for watching Numbskull News. And today, let's get into the ACC viewership for 2023. I'm here to tell you their viewership is a freaking problem. Now, everybody, and not everybody, but there's a lot of ACC fans. Whenever I make a video about ACC not surviving, losing teams, whatever, I get the stream of blowback about how bad the Big 12 sucks. It was the same thing with the Pac. All right. None of these people want to listen to anything I got to say about it. And what's a constant refrain I keep hearing? Well, the ACC will just survive. These teams won't go to the Big 12. They'll stay in the ACC. Yada, yada, yada. We've all heard this crap before. I've laid out so much that disputes every bit of that. But now let's get to the viewership. Let's get to some real numbers. And by the way, I made a video about the Big 12 viewership. I did that yesterday. I'll put a link in the description to that video so y'all can, look at both sides if you want to. I have also used the exact same site for the exact same year, Medium, writer named Miller. All right, these are his numbers that he came up with. There's also people with the last video I did who wanted to give me shit about using Medium. Like, oh, these numbers aren't as accurate, blah, 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 blah. There are no truly dead balls accurate TV numbers. Not Nielsen, not anybody. The only way to really do that is to crash into everyone's houses every Saturday and see what game they're watching. Since people aren't going to do that, you use rough estimates like Nielsen does. This is about as accurate as it's going to get. It's not perfect. It's not scientific. It won't hold up in court. I doubt it. However, it gives us a good idea of what's going on and what people are watching and how programs are doing with their TV viewership. Again, not perfect, but damn it, it's good enough for this channel, so that's what I'm using. So without any further ado, let's get to this visual aid I made for this. And here we are, the appalling numbers for the ACC. Now, let me give a few flowers here. Florida State, obviously undefeated regular season, number 7 in the country with 3.8 million weekly viewers. Not bad. Clemson, even in a down year for them, 9-4 overall record, still number 22 in the country with 1.7 million weekly viewers. Louisville, the fans showed up for the Cardinals. Number 31 overall, 1.36 million viewers with a 10-4 record. Outstanding year for Louisville. Miami, again, just 500 Miami. They're looking up, but number 32 with 1.33 million weekly viewers. Not bad for a 500 mediocre, kind of disappointing season. So, if anyone wonders if Miami still has fans, apparently they do. Duke, holy shit, number 33 in the country with 1.32 million viewers with an 8-5 record. This is a fan base that doesn't usually watch Duke football. They just don't. But when they win, here they come. That is outstanding. Good job with Duke and their fan base in the 2023 season. And then there's UNC. That's it. That's only 5 teams. After that, it's UNC with 966,000 weekly viewers. Also with an 8-5 record. So for everyone who thinks, and I'll tell you, I'll agree, UNC may have more value, but it's a little shocking that Duke this year had over 300,000 more weekly viewers than Duke with the exact same record. Okay? That's just a little strange. Private school, big public school in UNC. What the hell, right? All right, and a few other things I want to go over. How about look at Pitt at number 56 overall and Virginia number 58 overall. All right. 690,000 weekly viewers for Pitt, 663,000 weekly viewers for Virginia. That's pretty damn good. That ain't bad at all with 3-9 records. I mean, just sucktastic years for both. But the look, if you flip that around, that if those are 9-3 seasons for those two universities, that they get over 1 million viewers. That's what that tells me. That's pretty damn salty stuff. Not bad at all for Pitt and for Virginia. But let's contrast that with Virginia Tech. This is shocking beyond shocking to me. Number 73 in the country with 398,000 weekly viewers. They can't even get to 400,000 people. And you could tell me, well, you know, they were a mediocre team, only 6-6 regular season. So was Cal. And Cal got better ratings. Cal got better ratings. Wake Forest being 4-8. All right, you're talking about 66,000 more viewers a week than Virginia Tech. Stanford at 3-9. Stanford at 3-9. 150,000 more weekly viewers. Freaking Stanford. No one ever watches Stanford, and they beat Virginia Tech. I mean, look at some of these teams with the same record. Boston College, Syracuse. We always talk about, oh, they're going to get left out of everything. They're going to get left out of everything. I mean, over 200,000 more weekly viewers from Boston College with the same record. With the same record, over 300,000 more weekly viewers for Syracuse. Georgia Tech with the same record, people. The same record. Over 300, that's right around 368,000 more weekly viewers. Damn near doubled them up in weekly viewership with the exact same record. I mean, what in the hell? And like I said before, Pitt and Virginia Tech whooped their ass with 3-9 records. That is just shock. Are we really targeting the right teams if you're the Big 12 here? I mean, because right now, when I look at that number for Virginia Tech, you know what? Boston College and Syracuse doesn't look that bad. That's all I'm saying. They don't look that bad, comparatively speaking, to Virginia freaking Tech. Oh, now SMU, I'm going to give them a pass. They played the American last year, 201,000 weekly viewers with 11-3 record, banner year for SMU. Finally won the American. I fully expect them to triple that number in the ACC next year and blow by Virginia Tech. Holy shit. But for my main point here, right now, the ACC was able to muster 5 total teams. 5 total teams out of how many? Out of 17, 5 of them got over 1 million viewers a week. Okay. Compare that with the Big 12's 8. Half the conference has over 1 million viewers a week. Half. And by the way, I didn't count Texas nor Oklahoma. I left them out. You still got your blue bloods, but take them away. We know Florida State, Clemson, they got lawsuits. They're going to get out of there. Chances are Miami is going to go to one of the big two, probably the Big Ten. That leaves you with 2 schools that get over 1 million viewers. But that's just 1 year. Keep in mind, Duke is usually in the 90s as far as all of FBS and total weekly viewership. In the 90s. People don't watch Duke, but when they have a good year, here they come. But they're not going to be good every year. That's the truth of it. Louisville, last year, they weren't good last year. Folks, they had under 500,000 weekly viewers last year. Huge jump. Had a great year, got a huge jump. The fans will support Louisville. The fans will support Duke when they're good. When they're not going to be over 1 million viewers a week. All right, that's just what happens. That's what happens to most teams. Not saying I don't want them in the Big 12, but given that, this should scare the water out of every ACC fan, because without your big dogs in this conference, holy shit, this thing, look, this is why you're not going to get some big contract or a contract. Once ESPN's gone in 2027, you're screwed. Screwed, people. Now let me elaborate on that. When you got viewership like this, and ESPN bails in 2027, they're gone. Now you got to try to find another contract. What is the value of the ACC without Florida State, without Clemson? Let's just call it those two. Just Florida State and Clemson. Still got Miami. What is the value of that? That viewership sucks. This is not the Big 12. You're right. The ACC is not the Big 12. The Big 12 have way better ratings than that shit. Are you kidding me? I know what you're saying. Well, hold on. You had all these Big 12 teams last year play Texas, play Oklahoma, so they got the rub for those ratings. Well, you played Clemson. A lot of those teams played Florida State. You tell me they didn't get a rub? And not to mention, several of your schools got to play Notre Dame. Notre Dame. You got that in your back pocket. Don't give me that shit. What about your conference title game? Florida State versus Louisville. Out of the Power 5, I know this is the last year of the Power 5, but out of all the Power 5 conference title games, it was the lowest rated. It was the lowest rated. Big 12, the Big 12, Texas versus Oklahoma State, damn near got 1 million more viewers. 7.89 million viewers for that game. Which, by the way, is down from last year when it was TCU versus Kansas State. TCU versus Kansas State got 9 million viewers, over 9 million viewers for that conference title game. Folks, the ACC does not get viewership. It sucks. SMU, Cal, Stanford, it doesn't help you at all. Without those big two and Miami, you are screwed. I keep hearing this crap of, we'll build together back around Virginia and UNC. No, you won't. No, you won't. That's not enough viewership. Not without your big dogs. You're dead in the water. The Big 12, without any blue bloods, those 16 teams going into 2024, half of them can get over 1 million viewers a week. The ACC, it's 2. And the 2 that you got, well, this is banner years for both. They're usually not over 1 million viewers. There's a problem. Now, I'm not, look, like I said before, if Virginia has a good year, oh, they'll get north of 1 million. If Pitt has a good year, if Georgia Tech has a good year, they can get north of 1 million. But can half your conference do that? Can half your damn conference do that? TCU is number 3 in the Big 12 at 5-7. At 5-7. Let that sink in for 2 seconds. At 5-7. I mean, y'all are in trouble. And when ESPN's gone, no one's going to come into this conference looking to give you a contract commensurate with what the Big 12 gets. You're not worth it. You don't have the ratings. Without the brands, but without viewership, solid viewership like the Big 12, because there's no big, huge brands in the Big 12 either. But the viewership is far better. By any measure, it's better. That's why we got the contract. People, ESPN isn't in a position to just start giving away money, nor is Fox. Nor is Fox. So, think about it before you decide to put a snide comment in the comments. There's no disputing these numbers. I use the same site for the ACC and the Big 12. They just are what they are. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm talking without your big programs here. Without Florida State, without Clemson, without Miami. Y'all are screwed. Okay? This is how the Big 12 poaches you. We look at schools over there and say, okay, who's got potential? Who's got potential? Who's got growth potential? Who can get north of 1 million viewers a week? Just like in the Pac, there will be no new TV deal for the ACC. You're not worth it. What it tells you, just like the Pac, you're worth more dead than alive. You're going to have to deal with it. Anyway, that's all I got on this, and I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.